What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Blakely, aka Brandon Lee TV. Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakely podcast. I got another banger for y'all today, so kick back, relax, and come take a ride with your boy. Now, two former LSU Tigers, Kateri Poole as well as Angelica Velez, have announced some big news where they will be playing their college basketball next season. Now, Poole, a former national champion and starter in the NCAA tournament for the Bayou Bengals, they really could have used her. Valise, on the other side, Bronx, New York native, was the number 44 player in her class coming in. Was thinking she might be a part of the future, looking long term for this program. Didn't see a lot of action this year, so not a huge loss, but still something to note. Before we get into all that, though, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for all the latest and the greatest and join our memberships. We got that exclusive content coming daily, weekly, whenever you need it. Now, let's get into it.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakely podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakely.
Now, we mentioned we never really got like a specific reason why Poole was dismissed from the team. Kim Mulkey never really spoke on it a whole lot and got into specifics, but she did start the year on the team, and we thought that she would play a big role because of her defensive presence, her size, her physicality, and her skill shooting the three-pointer. But it didn't work out that way, man. She was off the team and pretty much sat out majority of this season. And we were all wondering where her next steps would be. She started her career at Ohio State and then made the move to LSU, won a natty, and now she will be on her third school in her college career, taking her talents to the University of Houston. All we know is she entered the portal 3 months after Coach Kim Mulkey said that she was no longer on the LSU team. Now, we know she transferred to LSU from Ohio State and was a main factor, a big key role player in that national championship run with her shooting and her defensive ability. She started 5 games in that tournament and shot 53% from three-point range. Poole has been a highly sought after recruit in this portal. She's been criticized by many. She's a very well known player, man, and she really blew up and noted too. She is one of the big reasons that LSU was able to land superstar Angel Reese and capture that national title. So she did her due diligence while she was at LSU, but we don't know what exactly went wrong. There was a lot of speculation, a lot of rumors, but Coach Kim Mulkey's been really tight-lipped and tight-shut about these situations dealing with players off the court. Even Angel Reese when she was suspended for a few games. So, we don't know exactly what happened, but we do know that the sharpshooter is getting a fresh start in the state of Texas, and good for her. The Houston men's team is doing some great things. The women's team's trying to build on some success as well. So they're looking to get Kateri in there, and light it up, man. She has been a proven player. She plays her role. And I think she could have been a very, very vital addition to this lineup for LSU, providing depth, providing leadership as an upperclassman, providing shooting, because three-point shooting was not their forte this year. Then on the other side, you got Felice, who came in, played 1 year, played very sparingly, and we know now that she's taken her talents to the ACC up in upstate New York to play for Syracuse. Now, they lose the Asia Fair, so the Cuse are going to look a lot different next season, and they need all the firepower they can bring in. We mentioned Valise is a native of Bronx, New York. She was the 44th ranked recruit, a 4-star in the class of 2023, but she didn't really get in unless LSU was up big and she got those garbage time minutes. Now, with this, they have lost 4 players to the portal. We know Haley Van Lith set to enroll at TCU, and then Janae Kent, the freshman wing, headed to Texas A&M. They lose half of that recruiting class, that number 1 class they brought in with Michaela Williams and Del Rosario as well, the lone 2 freshmen still standing for that group. But we do know Kim Mulkey has been active in the portal, landing Miami, Cheyenne, Dave Wilson, Arizona's Kaylin Gilbert, and Mississippi State's Miracle Shepard. And then they also have Arkansas transfer Jersey Wolfenbarger as well. So we know also they're adding Jada Richard, 4-star recruit, Louisiana Gatorade State Player of the Year. So they are up to 12 scholarship players currently, and they could bring in 3 more players, man. I think LSU will be improved next year. You bring Flau'jae Johnson back, of course, the leader of this group who really stepped up in the postseason. I'd love to see her with the ball in her hands a little bit more, making decisions. You bring back superstar freshman Michaela Williams, who I expect to make a huge jump in year two. She was sensational in the freshman season for her. And then you got Anissa Morrow as well. You get Maya Smith back. So this is going to be a talented group, and I think they did a really good job of adding depth. But Del Rosario is going to be the key cog. Who's going to be the defensive stopper, the just beast in the paint for this group? You get Smith back, who could easily slot in and start next to Anissa Morrow, and I don't think they would give up a lot on the boards, but you do need a little bit more size, I think. But I think they brought defense, they brought scoring punch, they brought experience, and they brought in some pieces that will complement their star players. They have some really good role players this season, man. So I don't see depth being an issue for this group at all. I think Kim Mulkey did a really good job of replenishing this roster. We knew Angel Reese was going to be a big loss. Haley Van Lith was a starter. They have Kateri Poole, who was taking minutes from Haley Van Lith and could be etched in at that starting point guard spot. Her defensive presence and just the more confident she got shooting the basketball as the year went on. And she's a national champion as well, upperclassman. So I think she will provide leadership, be the glue player for this group. She's in there taking charges, diving, chasing those 50-50 balls. So I like what LSU's done in the portal. I like what they bring back. They could stand to land another big, maybe a Janiyah Barker. I don't know. Keep your eyes out on that. But I do think that this team got better this season. Moving into next year, I like the roster. I like the outlook. I like that they have depth. They have versatility. They have shooters now. I think they address some big needs. We know they like to play fast, and they've got three guards coming in, four potentially two, that can really run the floor. I love that Wolfenberger jersey is just 6'4", versatile. She's going to be able to do a lot of different things, plugging at the 2 to 3, maybe even play a little bit of 4. So I definitely expect LSU to be back in the run and trying to compete for a national championship. And of course, they got the big dog in their conference. Oh my goodness, South Carolina, they're returning a unit, a freaking mob. So the SEC and the NCAA tournament is definitely running through them in Columbia. But everybody's gearing up in the SEC. You know what I'm saying? A lot of teams got better, and I think LSU is one of them. But y'all holler at your boy. Let me know how y'all feel. We know these two players are on the move. Syracuse gets a point guard. Poole going to Houston, bringing shooting, bringing defense, and bringing just moxie, man, and a championship pedigree. So I'm excited to see these ladies compete next season and see what's next for them, man, in their journeys of getting that fresh start and moving on from LSU. And I think LSU is in a really good place as well. Y'all holler at your boy, though. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments about this situation. That's a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, I am Brandon Blakeney, a.k.a. Brandon Lee TV. Until next time, hey, we out.